Well, so let's say do Buckaroos had that car. We took a little pause for the cause, had some dinner, relaxed a little bit. Thought I'd come back with a couple cocktails for Father's Day. Had about all the beer I could drink for one night, man. A lot of beer, man. Bloats an old man. Anyway, so here's what I got here. I'm using the Pinckney Bend handcrafted American vodka at 83 proof, and I've gone dirty martini with it. Got this good and chilled, chilled the glass as well. So about 2 ounces, or about 2 and a quarter ounces probably, of the vodka, about a half ounce of olive juice from feta. I'm sorry, these are blue cheese stuffed olives. I don't have the feta, but I have the blue cheese. Ah, mercy, mercy. That, my friends, is a cocktail. Ah, mercy. It's been an interesting Father's Day. Kind of got depressed at one point. So I took a little break, didn't drink for a few hours, try to, and bring it back to Zen. It is, I am grateful for the things I have, as I said earlier, but sometimes it's hard not to dwell on what you don't have. So, and what I don't have is our son, Seamus. So the depression kind of comes in and out. Sometimes it's easy to focus on the negative. I found myself getting a little depressed. I thought, okay, let's not drink for a few hours. We're gonna take a little pause for the cause. Let's have some dinner and then relax a little bit. Because sometimes I just let it all get to be just a little too much. Enjoy the day off, relax. Oh man, that vodka is serious. I really enjoy this vodka. It is a little bit on the sweet side though. It is made from corn, so yeah, it does have a little bit of sweetness up front. It is rather smooth though. You don't feel that cheap vodka burn, but it is a little sweeter than most. I do want to make that clear. You get a little hint of sweetness up front, but it does make it a great application for a martini, though, especially a dirty martini. It does lend itself very well to that notion. Okay. Got to check something when I first started the video, didn't I? Make sure my privacy was working. Yeah, didn't. Oh, I had that fixed, but I didn't. Right, one more time with feeling. Anyway, we're gonna give it a shot here. Let's see if that'll work. Keep fixing the setting, and then sometimes it works, and then it'll revert back, and I'm not really sure why, but nevertheless, anyway, nevertheless, man, nevertheless, man, anyways, sludge. Now that we're approaching 8 o'clock, it's finally cooled down enough out here, but it's very still. There is no breeze at all going on right now. It's very still. We we got a little rain early on. It rained like hard as hell for like I don't know, 10 seconds. Yeah, I mean it's coming down. Yeah, that might be a slight exaggeration. Might have lasted the whole 30 seconds. I mean, it was just here and gone. That was really weird. It was wow, there it is. I'm going to rain just a little bit, really fast, and then nothing. It was crazy. Try to check something here. See if that works. This won't cooperate with me at the moment. Yep, everything's working. There we go. Anyway, I digress. Bear with me. Have any questions or comments? I'll throw anything at me. I'll answer almost anything unless you're just being a dick. Um, but who knows? Yeah, you know what? I've lost most of my Trump loving friends. So I don't have many dicks left out there. You know, they kind of weeded themselves out. I love it when the trash takes itself out. Man, it's unbelievable. So for cocktail number two, this is the bottle some friends brought back to me. Levi brought this back to me from the Tulsa area. Is Hochatown Small Batch Select. It's 104 proof at 52%. Premium quality bourbon, aged not less than 3 years. They don't tell me the don't give me the mash. I don't know if it's a high rye or not, but I know it's a traditional bourbon that does use rye as a secondary. So anyway, I've got this served very simple. Just have it chilled with a little lemon wheel and some lemon zest, just to add a little to the aromatic. And because it's the only reason I chilled it. I don't because I didn't want to serve it on the rocks. I just got the glass good chilled because it's hotter than hell out. It's blistering, man. It's wicked hot out here today. Oh, mercy, that's good. A lot of spice notes this particular bourbon, particularly cinnamon. A lot of big cinnamon in the finish. Is there cinnamon in the whiskey? No. Where does the cinnamon come from? Glad you asked. Same place as the vanilla you might feel in a bourbon is from the barrel. It's from the barrel. Uh, and what I have noticed over the years is that all American white oak will give you a certain amount of spice, even more so than French oak, which will impart more vanilla. However, uh, the however to that is I don't know, I'm not exactly sure what they're using, but I have noticed that Missouri white oak will impart more spice notes. A lot of big oak, a lot of vanilla, but this does impart a lot of spice that you feel right away, but more cinnamon than anything else. Sometimes you'll feel other things, but cinnamon really gives out cinnamon in a big way. And I don't know if they're using Missouri white oak. I honestly don't. What I do know is that Missouri white oak does impart more spice notes than other American white oak, but American white oak is kind of known for spice notes, whereas again, French oak is known more for vanilla. All oak will give you all of those notes. It just depends on what degree. A lot of it just depends on how it's aged as well, and what liquid is in there. Some particular mashes are more prone to pick up more notes than others as well. Oh man, that's delicious. was nice to have the day off. I've typically had Father's Day off in the professions that I've had. Um, of late, I guess I should say, for I spent a lot of years in retail where I was working Father's Day, but the last 5 years, uh, working for nonprofits, if you will, I've had those weekends off, and then this particular job I have now, I don't have weekends off, but I was able to get Father's Day off. They decided not to open due to other circumstances. It had nothing to do with me wanting the day off. But it was nice. It was nice to relax today. It was a tough day for me if I would have had to work today, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Maybe I can find a way to hide that at some point. Father's Day is, like I said earlier, kind of that bittersweet kind of thing. I'm grateful for my wife and daughter and grandkids, but bitter, the bitter part as well are we lost our son to cancer, so that's always tough to get through and navigate the proper grief channel. There is no proper grief channels, Tom. Yes, I know that's why that was funny. Yeah, but, we're all just trying to do the best we can. You cope in any way you need to at that moment, and sometimes things work out, and sometimes they don't. It's just the way it is. Sometimes you think a decision is good or an idea is good at a particular moment, till you look back, oh yeah, probably shouldn't have said that, or asked for that, or brought that up, whatever it might be. But then, I think most people kind of understand we all make bad decisions from time to time. But like I said in an earlier video, I am grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful for my wife, daughter, grandkids, as I mentioned earlier, but I'm also grateful for the place I am at this particular moment in time. Um, I haven't always been in been in this zen, man. I know I've come to the place in my life where I've accepted a lot of things that are just the way they are. I mean, siblings, for instance, sometimes dynamics are just going to be how they are, and there's no changing that. So there's, you can try to change it if you wish, but I think you should. For me, and even for my particular sibling dynamics, I've just chosen to let it go. It is what it is, and there's nothing I say or do at this moment in time that's going to change others' minds of how they perceive me. So the only thing I can do is really accept me, right? Accept how I am at that moment. What they see is what they see. That's the issue with a lot of siblings is they want to see you at a certain point in your life without seeing who you are now. And I think with some siblings, yeah, they want to. I think it makes them feel better though to see you at a certain point or as a certain way, because that makes them feel better about themselves. And at this point, there's no point trying to change your minds because you're not going to. I lean into it. Having seen all of my siblings lately, I kind of lean into what they expect. Whatever, however the circumstances are at this particular moment in time, they're going to see what they want to see. So I tend to lean into it. You expect me to be a specific character? Okay. For this hour and a half, I am here in this circumstance. I'm going to be this character. But keep in mind, I'm not just going to be this character. I'm going to play it to the extreme. I'm not going to be just what you expect. I'm going to go an extra mile. And that's kind of how it was when we were all together. Is I went right where they thought I ought to be, and then took it a step further. And the reality is, I don't know if the five of us will ever be in the same room again. We don't have that much in common to even want to be, to be honest with you. And we lost our dad back in '98. And then we just recently lost our mom, which is why all of us were together. I can't think of another reason why all five of us would be together again until one of the five of us dies. And then technically, well, I guess technically it's still you all five of us together, but only four will be able to speak on the matter, whichever one of us knocks off first. It just doesn't matter, man. If you have sibling issues, the reality, I think, in most cases is that other sibling wants things to be that specific way, and they're not going to change it. The more you try to fight it, the more you try to change it, the more they're going to dig in because they have a need to see it a specific way. So I barely the and just a hair off of 60, it just doesn't matter anymore, man. We're all too old. And I'm too old and set in my ways at this point to even try to make any concessions because I just don't care. I would like to see all of my brothers and sisters again. Don't get me wrong, uh, but at this point, in all honesty, it's not a moral imperative, and I don't expect it to happen. If it happens, great. It would be a bonus. But I don't necessarily need it to happen either. Anyways, as I finish cocktail number two, and happy Father's Day, even though I kind of wandered off point there for a bit. The point I was trying to make, I guess, or I kind of went along when we were on the barn, but family dynamics are often difficult, but be grateful for what you have at any given time. I'm grateful to be here on Father's Day and have my wife and daughter and grandkids that are always available to me. So there you go. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, Perveros the man. All right, good guys, let you.